message from Western Saharan activists to the US oil company Kosmos Energy. In the coming months, Kosmos will work with Scottish firm Cairn Energy to begin exploring for oil 50 kilometres off the coast of Western Sahara. And therein lies the problem. Western Sahara is a disputed territory. When Spanish colonisers left Western Sahara in 1975, the Moroccans moved in from the north, claiming the territory originally belonged to them. War followed between the Moroccan army and the Polisario Front, a guerrilla force made up of the indigenous Sahrawi people. They want an independent country. But attempts by the United Nations to broker a referendum on self-determination have so far failed. Western Sahara remains a non-self-governing territory controlled by Morocco. When energy firms first approached the Moroccan government to search for oil off Western Sahara in 2001, the United Nations was asked to look into the legality of the contracts. The concluding paragraph of the legal opinion, signed by Hans Corell, the then Under-Secretary for Legal Affairs, stated,
"While the specific contracts are not in themselves illegal, if further exploration and exploitation activities were to proceed in disregard of the interests and wishes of the people of Western Sahara, they would be in violation of the principles of international law applicable to mineral resource activities in non-self-governing territories."
This month, Sahrawi human rights organisations sent an open letter to Kosmos Energy. They accused Kosmos of ignoring them, choosing instead to speak to groups and individuals appointed by the Moroccan government. So I had planned to travel to Western Sahara to meet representatives of the Sahrawi people, but was denied access by the Moroccan authorities. So instead, and at great personal risk, an activist has travelled here to the Moroccan capital, Rabat, to meet me in person. In Western Sahara, it's common for journalists and activists to be followed by plainclothes secret police. Activists say they've been interrogated, beaten, or even imprisoned for voicing their opinion. Despite this threat, Lakal Salem, one of the signatories of the open letter, said he wanted to be interviewed without disguising his identity. He says Kosmos Energy aren't speaking to the right people.
Morocco don't allow the registration of any NGO that can claim self-determination of the Sahara people. So we are not registered, we are not allowed to assembly or to have a local. So I think that Kosmos is helping Morocco, is giving new arguments to Morocco when not meeting with Sahrawi NGOs that can have the other voice. While passing the agreement with Morocco, Kosmos didn't deal with the Polisario, and that's a big problem, because the majority of the Sahrawis on the occupied territories known the Polisario as the only representative of the Sahrawis.
In an interview in Washington, D.C. this week, the BBC put these claims and those made in the open letter to a spokesperson for Kosmos Energy.
We have not had direct conversations with many of the groups on that letter. Many of the groups on that letter are focused on the issue of self-determination, independence, and the political side of this whole issue. We have received that letter, and we intend to respond to that letter as we respond to all stakeholders who reach out to us. But again, the conversation with groups that are talking about self-determination, independence, really isn't a conversation for Kosmos to be involved with. That's a conversation with the government of Morocco within the UN political process. Again, what we're trying to do is create economic development in the region, which can proceed on a parallel path, such that when there is a final determination on self-determination or independence, what we've done is try to contribute to the livelihood of the people on the ground.
So who have Kosmos Energy been speaking to?
Names of organizations, I can get you those names. I don't have them off the top of my head. We met with the National Human Rights Organization of Morocco. We met with local women's organizations. We met with local social investment organizations. We met with local fishing associations. And again, most of those people we met with were actually Sahrawi from the region itself.
Despite the politics, the exploratory work is still going ahead. Kosmos Energy's chartered oil rig, the Upward Achiever, seen here refueling off Namibia. In the coming weeks, it will arrive at the controversial Cape Bouche-d'Or oil block off the coast of Western Sahara, a move that's likely to intensify this ongoing dispute.